Greetings everyone, namaste. This is Osunlade and I am here to record my video for day 5 of the 40-day prosperity invocation that is being facilitated by myself, Osunlade, and Kamara, as we are the co-founders of Wombmyn. Okay, so this is day 5, alright, and I am really happy because it's been my intention to do one of these videos each day. So I've been keeping with my thoughts on that. Sorry, something popped up on my screen. I'm gonna apologize in advance. I don't know what may come out during this video, okay, because and I don't want to sound like I'm exaggerating or anything, but this has been a very interesting day. This process in and of itself has been extremely interesting, just the whole thing of us coming together and meditating and focusing on the concepts of prosperity and abundance and recognizing the truth about who we are. And it's kind of like my sister friend Kamara was saying, that it's something about that day 5 that just kind of like, oh, you know, it's just something. It's kind of like, I don't know if it's the build up, you know. I tend to think that part of it was the affirmation itself. It was probably the affirmation itself plus the build up so far that has been so powerful. But the things that I've been journaling and the things that have been coming have been awesome. But again, I don't have words for some of it. I just experienced something right now, you know, that was the release of something, the release of a situation that was necessary, was needed, was inevitable, was predicted. I don't know. Again, I apologize. There are no words. Prosperity comes in so many forms. And release shows up in so many forms. And I am just listening. I'm answering the spirit. So that's the first thing I have to say, is that I have been experiencing some release and some clear-cut boundaries that have been prayerfully showing up for me. And before I even came in here, I did a cleansing spiritual bath, just to kind of stay in the place that I am. I mean, it wasn't even like I thought I was shifting, but it was just kind of like, you know, maintenance or whatever. So just wanted to share what I used is coconut milk and bay leaf and an essential oil of lotus oil, and I did some prayers and cleanse my body with that spiritually charged white sacred bath. And that's something that you can do sometimes too. And what I would really like to do at some point in the near future is to create a booklet of spiritual baths and spiritual prayers and things like that you can do in your own home with items that you can get from the grocery store, herbs that you can grow yourself, things that have certain vibrations, and share those with you in the form of a booklet. And so that if you're not already, you know, taking advantage of those types of things, that you can benefit from them. It's just, and that specific bath is really great for cooling you out, keeping you, you know, just chilled and keeping you on point. And you know, for me, I just really wanted to continue with that vibe because just the awareness and the things that are taking place are just beautiful. While I'm on that subject, again, I'm just going to allow whatever flows at this time to just flow. But while I'm on that subject, another bath that I use on a regular basis, especially as it's about being attractive in the sense of attracting the things that you are intending, and it's a joyful bath, is one where I use spring water, honey, and cinnamon. And this is a really nice bath, and you make your prayers into that as well. And I'm sorry, I also use the juice of 5 oranges. So the number for that would be 5. That, as you can tell, has the universal vibration of what some would call Oshun, others call Heteru, Venus, and we know that the planet Venus is doing some interesting things right now too. So that's really a beautiful bath, and it's a joyous bath. And it was kind of interesting the day that I was doing that bath. I remember Kamara and I did the radio show, the Rootwombmyn radio show that you can find on Blog Talk Radio, and I was just in a state of joy. And at one point I thought I was going to have to mute myself on the radio. I was just, bubbled over with joy. But I think all of that has to do, in general, with the energy that we are summoning up, and the fact that it's the time for it, and it's in such alignment with a lot of the things that we have been wanting to accomplish in our lives, and things like that. So I just wanted to throw those 2 things out there, and also talk about some other things that have come today. Today has been some other things that feel prosperous today. Like today when I was running errands, I noticed that I was noticing the birds. I wasn't just like, okay, I've got to go here, I've got to go to Whole Foods, and I've got to go to this, and I got to go to that. It was like I heard the birds chirping, and I was like, when do I ever notice the birds chirping when I'm running errands? Like never, because it's always about not necessarily being present, but it's sometimes just about, what you have to do, what you got to do next, where you got to be next, how you got to be there. You can't be late for this, etc., etc., etc. And then another thing, I just pulled the car off to the side after I got done at Whole Foods, and I just pulled off into the park and sat and looked at the ducks, and I took a moment for myself. I didn't just use the free time that I had because my mother was helping with my sons. I didn't just use that to, go here, go here, go here, go here. It was like I just made a conscious decision to be still and use part of that time to be present and to remember the presence. So I thought that was such a beautiful sign of prosperity, that I am feeling so at peace in my heart, so at peace and so in alignment, that came to me to do that. And then lastly, I just want to say that the other thing that has been coming to me all day through Spirit is that I should talk a little bit about some of the things that I do in addition to Rootwombmyn, that I am to share some of the other things that I do. And so what's coming to me to talk about today is my functional mojo medicine. So I have holistic health and spiritual wellness services that I am providing for people who, especially people who feel like they always do the right thing, whatever that is. They have try to have a sense of health about them and try to eat a certain way and be balanced in a certain way, but still something doesn't seem right, okay? Something seems to be a little bit off. And so what I've done, because I wanted to be able to give people more precise and more powerful results, what I've done is begun really studying how to understand people's lab results. And these are not just lab tests that you would get when you go to a mainstream allopathic doctor. These are lab tests that get to the root of what's going on. We're not trying to find out, oh yeah, you have XYZ condition, you have XYZ disease. No, we want to know, we want to get to the root, or I want to get to the root of what your healing opportunities are. So you see what I'm saying? So for example, what I mean by that, let's say that you have one person right here that has disease XYZ, okay? You have person number 2 with disease XYZ, and you have person number 3 with disease XYZ. Now, first of all, the reason why person number 1 has it is a totally different reason from the reason number 2 has it, totally different from number 3. One, it could be environmental, one it could be genetically predisposed, you know, a whole plethora of things that would show up as this thing that's in the medical books termed as XYZ disease, whereas it is there for a different reason, it shows up differently, and it expresses itself differently. So I'm not really concerned about XYZ disease, but what I am concerned about is what is going on inside of you. What seems imbalanced? Where is there a healing opportunity? And we're going to do that with a fusion of lab testing, as well as other holistic services along with spiritual support. So again, Spirit has been impressing upon me the importance of sharing that, because if I don't share, you know, my gifts, if I don't share my passions or those things that I feel compelled to do, then that would be selfish of me, because maybe there's something I can do to help you. And so that's it. So if you want more information about that, you can email me at divinemojowoman @gmail.com. So divine, DIVINE, mojo, MOJO, woman, at gmail.com. And today I think is going to be the day that I am actually able to create credits on my video, and if I do, I'm going to put that on there. By day 40, I'm going to be an expert at this YouTube video thing. But that's pretty much what I wanted to say today. I just wanted to say that I just wanted to be consistent and make sure that I did a video. Again, I'm just kind of at a place of just really noticing and allowing and stepping back and going, wow, you know, wow. And I wanted to share, you know, part of my day and some of the things that went on. And then I also definitely want to say the information that I did about my functional mojo medicine. Also, there's a Facebook page that's facebook.com/functional mojo medicine. And then I wanted to also read the affirmation for day 5. And it goes like this. Day 5. Money is not my supply. No person, place, or condition is my supply. My awareness, understanding, and knowledge of the all-providing activity of the divine spirit within me is my supply. My consciousness of this truth is unlimited. Therefore, my supply is unlimited. Money is not my supply. No person, place, or condition is my supply. So, again, my awareness, understanding, and knowledge of the all-providing activity of the divine spirit within me is my supply. My consciousness of this truth is unlimited. Therefore, my supply is unlimited. So thank you for sticking with me on this journey. much light.